Hey, everybody. Appreciate you joining us. Spittin' Seeds team here. We got our guy, Hueston Morrill, out of Oklahoma State, two-way player. Really excited to have him on. We're going to chat a little bit of ball with him, get to know him a little bit, talk a little bit about sunflower seeds. You know how it's going to be with us. So for the sake of jumping right into it, man, Hueston, go ahead. Tell us what your favorite flavor seeds are. Go ahead and drop your code so we can get some people out there supporting you for Chinook Seedery.
Yeah, man. Actually, right now I'm rocking with the garlic Parmesan pepper. Use code Hueston, I believe it's Hueston Morrill, or Morrill 1, I'm sorry, in the Chinook Seedery website, and go get you some of those Parmesan pepper. That's what I'm rocking with right now.
Nice, man. That's our buddy Flem's favorite too.
Nice.
I've been bouncing between them, man.
Unreal.
That chili is my fire.
Oh, they're unbelievable, man. I like the barbecue too, though. It's hard to find a smokehouse flavor like that.
That is true. They got a little spice to them too, man. I like that.
They got a little kick. I like it though.
Yeah, for sure. You've been sharing them with the team?
Oh yeah.
Keeping them all to yourself?
Actually, yeah. A couple of our pitchers are actually hooked on the Parmesan pepper right now. They said it's actually pretty similar to like the cracked pepper or whatever, but it adds a little bit more of a acidic flavor. I guess they like it. I don't know.
You're getting all sommelier and fine wine on us, aren't you?
Yeah,
Nice. Well, we'll go ahead and jump into a few more questions. Thanks for dropping that for us. Everybody, get out there, so support your boy Huey out there. You're directly supporting these players by using their code, so we really appreciate you getting out there and try those best seeds ever. Andrew, you want to go ahead and jump off? Start with some of the questions.
Yeah, man. So you're a two-way guy. Would you rather be on or playing short?
Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. I love doing both just as much as the other. For me personally, I feel like a little bit more of a competitive edge comes out when I'm on the mound. Something about it just makes me feel alive. But I love playing defense, man. I love being able to field the ball, and I mean, pretty much either though. I don't have a top one, you know.
So if you had to step on the bump and could face anybody in the history of baseball, who do you want to? Who do you have stepping in the box? Is that Trout?
Oof. Oh man, in the history of baseball. In the history of baseball. Oh man. Yeah, give me Trout. I'll take Trout.
What do you think your odds are with that?
Slim to none.
What I mean, are we throwing fastballs in on them? What are we doing?
I think we start off with a little two-seam action to see if we can't get in on the hands. If he takes there, probably go fastball away. Change his eyes a little bit.
There you go.
Just kind of work the plate with him. I don't think I want to leave anything over the middle though.
Yeah. I don't think you're getting that ball back.
Yeah, no.
So what would you prefer to do then? Would you rather gas somebody and have them bring out the swords, or would you rather take somebody deep at the plate?
Definitely hitting a home run. That aspect is just that's a feeling you don't get all the time, you know. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to choose one for me, man. I like hitting. I like pitching. I think hitting a home run's a little better than maybe getting a strikeout, though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. At least that PFP isn't an issue for you, right?
No. No, don't have to worry about that too much.
Yeah, there you go. Man,
you drafted out of high school. You know, what was the decision to come to Oklahoma State? You're a Florida kid going out of state. Plenty of good baseball programs in state. You know, just kind of talk us through that decision with your family, and kind of why you chose to come to college.
Yeah. So being from Florida, don't get a whole lot of like Western exposure as far as college goes. But I ended up playing in a couple of big tournaments down in Fort Myers and Jupiter. actually, James Valade, who was an assistant coach here at the time, and also one of the recruiting coordinators, he saw me down in Fort Myers. He called me. He didn't offer me over the phone call. The first thing he told me was, "Hey, we want to get you out here, and we want you to see the place, and then we're going to give you an offer." And I mean, when he told me that, it was kind of like, okay, there's some professionalism to this. It's not just, hey, you're good, we want to offer you right away. It kind of allowed me to get to know everybody, get to know who I was, going to be in contact with, who I was going to be working with every day. And so when I got out to campus and actually got to look and talk to these guys, it was pretty much a lock for me. My parents came with me on my visit. We looked around together, and it was it was the last day. We go to get in the car to head to the airport. I hadn't committed. I'd gotten my offer, hadn't committed. And we're about to leave. And I told my dad, I was like, dude, just let me go back inside real quick and talk to him. And so I walked back in, and I committed, that day. So I had a pretty good amount of in-state options that I could have explored. But for me, I always liked traveling. I always liked kind of doing my own thing. Was kind of looking to get away from the house. And so when I got the call from Oklahoma State, it was like, something that I wanted to do, something that I had dreamed of for a while. The culture, the history. I mean, there's multiple things that, I could go through and name on why I chose Oklahoma State. But the one thing that stood out the most was how homey it felt without being so close to home.
So I'm a KC guy, and, growing up playing competitive baseball, that the two schools that stuck out in the Midwest the most were obviously Arkansas with Dave Van Horn. And then Oklahoma State. So, that's good to hear. Big time programs. Glad you're happy there. And so on top of that, your two player, was that one of the big points on you to getting a lot of your offers, or were you promised to play two ways, or they were looking at you to pitch or just play the field, or how'd that work out?
Yeah. So, I mean, most of the schools that I got offers from were two-way options. There was a couple who were like, hey, we just want to take you as a shortstop. Some are, hey, we just want to take you as a pitcher. But Oklahoma State, they told me I was going to be able to do both, before I got to campus. So that kind of interested me a little bit more to kind of explore that option, rather than the ones that were just like, hey, we just want you to go one side of the ball.
Hueston, I kind of a different question, not baseball on this one, but where did the name and the spelling originate for that?
Long story, actually. So what I've been told, I guess it's not a long story, but my name was picked out of a hat. One of my older brothers, I guess he just picked it out. I don't know, man. I don't know where it came from. I've never really sat down and talked with my pops about it, to be honest. I just kind of took it and rolled with it, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, speaking of your dad, he played USFL. Did you get to see any of that? And then, what was that like in the house, sports wise? Was there a competitive nature that came with having a dad as a football guy?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get to see any of it. Most of it's stories. But, I mean, he's a competitive person as it is, in anything that he does, whether it's sports, work, life. He's always been a very motivated and passionate person. And so the competitiveness just kind of boils out of him. It just kind of trickled down to me and my brother. And, I mean, it's been competitive in everything that we do. My brother played JUCO baseball at 3 different schools. He actually played at Northeastern Oklahoma. He played at State College of Florida. And so it was always at the same, like, we were trying to help each other, but at the same time, we wanted we wanted to do the best out of each other. So, yeah, it's always been competitive.
That's what brothers do, man. They're gonna push each other, whether good or bad.
Bingo.
You know, when you find out that you may pitch in a game, what's the mindset when playing in the field, or does it switch when it's time to pitch?
For me, it's kind of, I mean, I don't want to sound arrogant or anything like that, but like what you say, flipping the switch. I mean, I feel like it's something you have to do. You got to be able to flip the switch. For a guy like me, you know, you can't sit there and say I played, you know, 7 or 8 innings in the field and then have to come pitch. You know, I can't sit there and dwell on whether or not I just went 0 for 3 with 3 punchies. You know, I got to go out there and pitch. And so it kind of just flips to that mindset of I got to go after guys.
Well, being a two-way guy, do you know before the game if you're an option for the mound, or is that something that kind of as the flow of the game happens, you find out?
I mean, for the most part, I can kind of just based off of, you know, who we've used, what our rotation's kind of looking like for the weekend. I can kind of tell, you know, hey, I might be throwing this day. But I mean, early in the season, it was more of a late inning, like, hey, we're going to get you going right here. And so that's kind of how it's been this season.
For sure. That's always been an interesting concept because, you know, at the smaller level, there's a lot of two-way guys, quote unquote. You're going to need arms. So there's always, you got to pick and choose who those guys are, whether you want to let them know before the game or right after they're at bat, hey, go get warm. So yep. That's interesting to hear.
Yeah, and I mean, even at this level, it's kind of been a little bit of both. You know, I don't really know if there's an easier way to do it. I mean, you don't know if you're going to be needed or not. It's hard to tell a guy, hey, you're going to throw tonight, and then he gets done playing 7 or 8 innings and he's gassed, and you're like, well, I'm not going to throw him tonight, you know?
But, right.
So what kind of music are you listening to then to help turn that switch?
Oh, if I had to choose a specific genre, honestly, I like classic rock. A little stuff that I can just kind of jam to, some Eagles. Just kind of not really too hardcore. I know some guys like that heavy metal stuff before they pitch. I'm not a big fan. Yeah. But some classic rock, maybe a little hip hop. Country music's always in the playlist as well.
So we haven't been able to be out there to O'Brate. I mean, that palace of a stadium you guys just built. But what's your walk-up song when you're going up to the plate, and what's it like playing in that amazing of a palace?
Yeah, so I use "Money for Nothing" by Dire Straits, and I mean, that place is unbelievable. You know, it's a fortune, and it definitely shows. We're very fortunate to have a place like that. You know, there's not a lot of stadiums in the country that can compete with it right now. It's honestly, it's a blessing to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you know, talking about flipping the switch too, like you were saying, you guys had quite the long drive to get down to Waco. What's your guys' favorite road trip movie? What do you guys have going on the bus when you're heading down?
Oh, honestly, I'm keeping it real. We haven't watched a movie all year on a road trip. We play a lot of, I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Mafia. It's kind of a game that, I mean, if you play baseball, you kind of have some idea about what it is. So we pretty much just do that. Play some friendly card games. But I mean, for the most part,
I like how you have to insert friendly.
Do what now?
I said I like how you have to insert friendly in there.
Friendly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it gets competitive, but it's all fun and games, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So then, I mean, you're getting off the bus or even on the bus, heading out to the field, anything like that. I mean, let's be honest. baseball players are some of the most superstitious people on the planet. What
100%.
do you guys have that's your go-to superstition in the clubhouse, or what's yours?
For me, honestly, I don't know that we have a team superstition. But for me, if I don't have like sunflower seeds or something that I can chew on throughout the game, like I'm done for it. My nails are gone. Like I'm sitting there. I have to have something, man.
Yeah. You hear that, Chinook? We need to keep this man stocked. They got Omaha to run their prep.
No doubt. No doubt.
Nice. My man, I cannot step on the chalk
without it. That is also that's rule of thumb right there. That's baseball 101. Don't ever step on the chalk.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do it. I'll be playing catch and I'll throw it. I'm always looking down at the line, making sure I don't step on it.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Always.
So, and another thing going back to as a kid, like where is your Mecca for baseball? Where is the one place that you want to or have to play in your career?
As far as like big league stadiums go?
Yeah, I mean,
or just
big league stadium. Is it Omaha? Is it Rosenblatt? Can be old stadiums that aren't even in existence anymore. What's your go-to?
Honestly, I think Fenway's up there. Just the history in that place. Playing at Fenway, I got to go for one of the games. I think it was a Boston Yankees game when I was up in the Cape, and it was pretty electric. I was kind of just sitting there. I was like, dude, I've got to play here. Like,
yeah,
I want to play on this field.
You want one of those dingers over the monster. That's what it is.
That would be awesome. I would take it. They got something similar down there at JetBlue Park. So I got to hit BP there. So I wonder what it'd be like hitting at Fenway.
Yeah, mine is I'm going to find you one of these days, and I'm going to challenge you to some wiffle ball. That's what I'm going
to do. Wiffle ball. I like that.
Yeah.
I love playing wiffle ball. That was my favorite childhood game, man. Wiffle ball in the backyard.
It was like the only thing I was ever good at. So.
Grab
you use an actual wiffle ball?
Oh, 100%. That or we used a blitz ball every now and then, but for the most part, wiffle ball.
Something I've never played.
Blitz
never
ball?
played blitz ball. Yeah, that wasn't out when I was in college.
I'm telling you what, getting hit with a blitz ball hurts.
I felt them. They're solid, but that also means they go a long ways too.
That is very true. They do fly.
Yeah, that's.
All right, so you got two, big time MLB guys on staff there. What's the biggest piece of advice that you've learned from either Robin or Matt?
I mean, for the most part, it's enjoy what you're doing. Don't take any of it for granted. Both of those guys have been, key impacts in my life since they came to campus. I mean, both baseball and off the field. I'm sure y'all have seen Matt's podcast. He's doing a great thing over there, and on the field, it's hard not to learn something from two guys like that. You know what I mean? They got something new every day. Robin might be the funniest guy on the planet, in my opinion. Very, very subtle, but very, very to the point. He's a character. And then Matt, I mean, any of your hitting needs, you can just run to Matt and boom, it's fixed. He does a great job.
So has Robin invited Nolan Ryan to any team activities this year?
No, I don't know if Nolan Ryan's invited to the cookout or not. I don't think so.
So to touch base on, you said a little, a few minutes ago, you were in the Cape. Where are you heading this summer to play ball?
So I haven't been told anything officially from Oklahoma State, but talking with my advisor, I think we may have a spot Brewster, if need be, which is also up there in the Cape. So I don't really know what it's looking like. I gotta have some conversations with him and see how everything's going.
Okay. What's been your favorite spot on a summer team while in college? Is it the Cape?
Yeah, I'd have to go with the Cape. I mean, I've only played what was that last summer? Because COVID knocked out the other year of summer ball. So, but definitely by far the Cape was way better than the TCL in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And then we gotta ask, man, you got this NFT.
Yeah.
Are you into crypto? Are you into NFT? You know, what are you like tell us how you got into it, how it came about.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not a big crypto. I really just kind of got into it not too long ago. But no, Chris and Crossover Collectibles, they contacted me, and basically gave me the spill of, you know, what crypto was, what they were planning on doing. And it kind of just went from there. And then, you know, next thing you know, I had my own NFT, and it's like, I really don't know what to do with it right now. I know that it's an asset that I have forever. That's what I learned. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I'm just kind of,
it's pretty cool.
It's a nice one for sure. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to like market it. I just kind of running with it right now. Yeah. I mean, if I can find somebody who knows what they're doing in the crypto business, I think I'd be set.
Well, you didn't find three guys in us, so we were hoping you could educate us, man.
Yeah, I'm about right where y'all are. It's very, very new to me. Definitely something I'd like to kind of learn more about, though, just in spare time. But with everything going on this season and school and everything like that, it's kind of hard to focus on, you know, that aspect. I'm trying to focus on baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So talking about the school stuff too, man, you know, how has student life been for you? You know, and then outside of baseball, obviously baseball's the dream job. If, you know, say baseball doesn't end up working out somewhere down the line, or even after baseball, if everything does go great, what's in it for you? What are you looking to accomplish?
Yes. So for me right now, actually, I'm majoring in university studies. I originally went to school to be an anesthesiologist. My first year started taking classes, and then quickly realized that practice times had a very big role into what classes you could take. So I had to quickly switch that. So now it's a major in university studies with a minor in business. Well, sports management. And so just kind of, if all does fail, I think can help, try and help some of the younger guys that are coming up playing baseball. I definitely think I want to go somewhere towards that, that aspect. Unless I wanted to go back to school for 6 years and become a physiologist, but
Money.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all that. So
yeah. Hey, now that's awesome, guys. We're getting pretty close to a half hour in here now, man. I know you got a big time series this week, and you guys getting prepped up for a good postseason run. Hueston, it's been absolutely awesome talking with you, man. Thank you so much for the time. You know, we definitely look forward to hopefully catching up with you a little bit down the line. Other than that, guys, once again, everybody use code Morrill1. That's 2 R's, 2 L's on Chinook's website. Go get a sampler pack. Help support Hueston. Look forward to watching you play the rest of the year, man.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on.
Hey, have a good night.
Appreciate it, man. Good luck.
Yes, sir. Y'all
See
take
you
it
in Omaha.
easy. Yeah, for sure.